The only time I ever remember watching Batman on TV during its initial run was during its third and final season. By that time, the creative team behind the program had reduced the show's frequency to one airing a week and had introduced a new recurring character in Barbara Gordon, also known as Batgirl, played by the lovely and talented Yvonne Craig. As most fans of the show know, at this point in the series run, ratings were down. As with all fads, the show had run its course, and producers were looking at ways to revitalize the show while pinching pennies to make it more cost-effective. Paring down the episodes to one a week was one way to accomplish that, but in doing so, Batman lost one of its signature elements, the two-part cliffhanger homage to the movie serials of the 40s and 50s, where Batman and Robin would seemingly be in an impossible situation. As producer and narrator William Dozier would say, viewers would need to tune back in the following day, same bat time, same bat channel, to see how and if the Caped Crusaders would find some way to avoid the danger and escape from whatever dastardly trap the week's arch-villain had placed them in. It also did not escape the producer's notice that some of the most highly rated episodes of the series had guest starred Julie Newmar as the super sexy villainous Catwoman. Catwoman, as played by Ms. Newmar, as well as by the ever-so-talented Eartha Kitt, was a character that seemed to appeal to both genders for very different reasons. So as the show entered its third season, the producers tapped a former ballerina to take on the role of Batgirl. Yvonne Craig was the producer's secret weapon against the most vile of all villains, sagging rating. As the dominoed daredevil, Ms. Craig accomplished everything that the producers hoped for. She was beautiful and sexy, check. She was smart and intelligent, check. She was a positive role model for young girls everywhere, check and mate. Batgirl's fighting technique was a bit different than Batman and Robin's. She didn't go around punching people. No, the fisticuffs were left to the guys in the room. Instead, Batgirl employed a more ladylike approach when she needed to leap into the fray. As such, Yvonne reached down deep and employed many of her ballet skills while ridding Gotham of its criminal element. I won't lie, folks. As a young boy, I had a huge crush on Batgirl. Yep, she was pretty much perfect. And unlike Ms. Newmar, my other crush, she was on the right side of the law. For Yvonne, this was a dream come true. Batgirl wasn't her first role. In fact, prior to Batman, Ms. Craig starred with Elvis in 2 different films. It Happened at the World's Fair and Kissin' Cousins. She was also a guest star in shows like Wild Wild West and The Man from U.N.C.L.E. And she also had a memorable role on Star Trek in the episode Whom Gods Destroy as Marta, a green-skinned Orion slave girl. A couple of years after Batman, Craig reprised the role on a public service announcement for equal pay for women. This is a cause that she would champion throughout her life. Why? Well, while the male actors in Batman were making substantially more, it has been reported that Ms. Craig was paid $1,500 an episode to portray Batgirl during the show's third and final season. Despite her relative low pay as Batgirl, Ms. Craig cherished the time in cowl, and prior to her passing in 2015, she was a frequent guest at comic book conventions. In 2000, she released a memoir about her time as Batgirl as well as her entire career. I'd post a link to it on Amazon, but at this point, it's out of print and pretty darn hard to find. If you stumble across a copy, snag it, give it a read, and then for heaven's sake, sell the darn thing on eBay. You'll make a couple $100. So that's it. Are you a fan of Yvonne Craig and her portrayal of Batgirl during the show's third and final season? Let me know what you think in the comments section. And while you're at it, I'd love a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I would be honored if you would consider subscribing to my channel. I talk about music, movies, and television, mostly from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You know, the good stuff. But most importantly, and as always, thank you so much for watching.